Yes, it is I, King Dorito, the magnificent, the amazing, may I dare say the dashing. And I just want to say welcome back to Founders of Reka, and previously on Founders of Reka, Misery in Mirstone.
It's nice to meet you. The name's Drost. I might have a job for some people like you. Well, welcome to Mirstone Library. How can I help you?
Hello. I'm just passing through, but I had to stop in. You have a very lovely selection.
So recently, as in this past weekend, there was this young girl went into this section and stole one of my journals. I'm Drangia. Drost told me I should stop on by and say hi. Especially to Silus. I have a journal.
Okay, so I've been for a long time trying to figure out a few things about this town. So I've been going through and I've looked at every book that's public access in there that has anything to do with this stuff, and there's nothing on it. So I went into his personal library. I know I shouldn't, but I went into his personal library just to see if there was anything that was able to help. I don't know if you guys know, but there's a fairly serious drug problem here in town.
So yeah, anyway, Card, we're gonna go buy some drugs. Bye!
We're not okay, hold on a second. We're not participating in any sort of drug dealing. We're not buying drugs, okay?
Yes, but that is what you need to do if you want to.
No. We're taking the drugs.
But that is stealing. I don't want to ingest drugs. That's taking.
We're not.
Do you mean by any chance stealing?
No, I mean, like, we're not going to be paying for them, but we're
That's
going
stealing.
to take.
I guess you're right. That is stealing, but it's drugs, so it's not like it's a legal thing to have anyway. So if it's already illegal, is it double illegal, or is?
Yeah. So you guys all notice he gets out his short sword and begins to change a little bit and turns into a were-rat.
That's not cool, my jalapeno buddy.
This is mine, and you're not getting anywhere. No.
We weren't talking about. We weren't talking. You're the one escalating all of this. All right, but look at this. She just pulls out a gun.
Oh my god! Silas has his hands on his head, like, what the fuck is happening?
Everyone roll initiative right now.
Holy shit.
Does Silas have his sword drawn? This is very important. Just be honest.
Being honest here, he probably would, yeah.
All right. Because even without imposing disadvantage on that first one, he did roll a nat 1. Why is it important? Huh?
I hate this.
Well, why is it important that Silas had his sword out? What he did was he went to stab and you jumped in front and he managed to slide his sword directly into the sheath of your other blade and lost his sword in your sheath. You gain one short sword and he lost his.
Cool. Silas just looks at him and gives him like an awkward thumbs up. Thanks, man.
But now that you're the one that's like right in front of him, I'd say, because you got in between, right?
Oh, yeah.
He is going to like, okay, his short sword is gone. So I shouldn't have said both were short sword attacks because now he doesn't have one for the second one. Because the other one, he did roll a nat 20 as well.
Of course he did. And I'm guessing that the only thing he had, and I'm guessing the only thing he has left is a bite attack, yeah?
That is exactly what he has left.
And let me guess, I'm going to have to make a constitution saving throw because this is a lycanthrope.
Maybe.
And I have a +1 to constitution.
Why do you only have a +1 to constitution, Mr. Fighter?
That's a valid point.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, don't you also have proficiency? Like, isn't that one of your like proficient saving throws?
Yeah, it's a +3 with the proficiency bonus. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think it matters because I rolled off the table, and off the table it's a 1, so that's cool.
If it falls off the table, you know the rules. You always re-roll.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you take 6 damage no matter what. But make a roll for that.
The second roll was a 17.
Yeah, you succeed on the check.
Okay. If that one was on the table, I think I would cry.
Frankly, as you should. After that, though, it is your turn now, Silus.
Cool. Very cool. I would like to look him in the eye. You bit me.
Okay.
He's just trying to get his drugs, man.
After I do that, I'd like to sheet. Oh God, what is the action economy here? Basically, I want to bonk him with his own short sword.
So basically, you want to pommel strike him with his sword. Like you could easily do that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I pull his sword.
Roll to hit.
I pull his sword out and I bonk him with it. This is ridiculous. 11 plus 5, so 16.
Yeah, you hit him. So roll for damage. A short sword is 1d6 plus your strength.
5, 8 points of damage.
All right. He's like not happy. He's fine, but he's not happy. It's back to Nex now in the lineup.
Okay. So he's obviously not happy. He has not attacked me, has he?
He went for Pap and then went for Silus, and he is screaming, but he makes no noise, for he has no mouth. I mean, what?
I mean, he has a mouth, but he just doesn't make any noise with it.
Yeah.
Yes. So he hasn't landed any lethal damage yet, right?
No.
Okay. So Nexoria wants to hit him with sword, but not as lethally as she possibly can.
So
Just-
non-lethal damage.
Not as lethally as I possibly can, yeah.
Okay. So only partial lethally.
Yes.
Okay, that makes total sense to me.
I want to hit him hard, but I don't want to kill him. You feel me?
It's a non-lethal damage. Yes, I got you.
That's an 18.
That hits. Roll for damage, please.
That's a 6.
All right, then. Next, it's back to Paprika. Silus is right in front of you, and then the were-rat is right in front of him, like 10 feet away from you, basically.
Well,
and to your
we're not
side
doing this
is...
diplomatic.
No, sorry, go ahead.
We're not doing this diplomatically. I want to shoot him non-lethally.
Okay, I'm going to say Firebolt is kind of a, if it kills, it kills.
Yeah, you're right. It is a spell. Okay.
It is literally incineration. Yeah.
So, but roll for damage. I mean, roll to hit.
I don't think it's gonna kill him.
Well, if your famous nat 20s continue.
It's not. There's literally no way. And I wasn't. But I'm pretty sure that's it because it's a 17.
Yeah, that does hit. So roll for damage.
Okay. D8 plus. That's not a lot of damage. This is the 4.
I mean, it's enough damage. He still doesn't have a sword, so he's just gonna bite you again, Silus. He's just gonna try to bite you. But the thing is, I'm gonna just read this straight from the monster manual, just so you guys know, because I feel like it would be weird. The were-rat makes 2 attacks, only one of which can be a bite, and he doesn't have a sword. So
Can he make a claw attack?
he can't. Fun fact.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you could. I mean, that does. I mean, that's not like that makes.
He's going to do an unarmed punch, but he doesn't get any bonus to it like every other were creature. He's the only were creature that doesn't have a claw attack.
That's
Okay. That makes no sense to me.
I know.
I would just be like, I'm the dungeon master, and I just
but the thing is, I didn't plan for him to lose his sword in Silas's sheath, and the claw damage is different for every single one of them. So,
okay,
I guess I could
hold on a
really
second. Let me
quick.
go. I have the were-rat.
I got it.
Different...
I have it figured out. So he's making 2 attacks against you. B. Can protection doesn't promote disadvantage on if it's against you, right?
No, it does not. And it was only one.
Okay. So his claw attack does hit you, and I'm gonna guess so. At least I'm gonna assume that a 18 hits.
Yes, an 18 hits.
What was
Of course, an 18 hits.
Number again?
18. Well, he's a fighter, so
Sorry.
does 18 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you could take 5 damage, and then with that, it will be Silas's turn again.
Did he not? Did the bite not?
Oh yeah, the bite whiffed it hard. He had a 5 on that. I knew a 5 missed.
Okay. If that bite whiffed, I'd like to use one of my superior to bust. If a creature misses you with a melee attack weapon, use a reaction to attack back, adding a superior dice to the hit.
Okay. So roll to hit then, I guess.
Awesome. And I get to add my superiority dice to the hit. So that's going to be 13 to hit.
Yeah, that does actually hit. So
Okay.
roll damage.
So that's going to be 2 on the d6, and then I get to add my superiority dice. That's 8 points of damage.
All right. And now it's your actual turn. And
Great.
to be very clear, he is pretty bloodied.
Okay. So I've used one of my maneuvers. That's fine. I'm gonna. Okay. I think I am limited in my abilities as a fighter. I will just whack him again with his own sword because I feel like this is poignant.
Now, speaking of poignant, are you using the pointy end or?
I'm going to try for non-lethal because that seems to be the plan.
Alrighty. Roll the hit.
That's going to be a bad roll. 8 to hit.
That does
bad.
miss. That
Yeah.
does miss.
So-
Shockingly enough.
Yeah. See, do I? Yeah, no. I'm just gonna let that one miss because that action surge is way too important.
Yep. So it's on to Nex.
Alrighty. Still non-lethal damage. Gonna use my sword.
What if you just use your punches?
Because Nexoria's not about that life. And that's a 19.
Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage. Nexoria, the monk punchy girl is not about punching.
That is a 4.
4 damage total.
Yeah.
All right. He is pretty rough. It's on to Pap though.
Okay. He looks pretty rough, so she's just gonna be like, okay, one last try. Just give us the drugs, and we'll let you live. Or we'll let you keep most of the drugs. Just give us some of the drugs. Just some of the drugs. Just give us some of the drugs. Please.
Could you make another persuasion check?
Sure. That's better than a 7, so that's 19? Yeah.
Yeah, I've been rolling, like, you've been contesting his rolls, like he's just been making charisma saves. He got a dirty 1, so I don't even know why I really asked, and maybe in case you got a natural 1 and just started talking about barrels, I don't know. So he kind of just like stops. All right, okay. Clearly, I've made some mistakes. All right, so
Wait. Would we hear this?
yeah, no, he's just like stopping right there, getting off of you, backing up, and be like, all right.
Okay. If he backs up, I like motion to Nexoria to cut the silence.
Oh, yeah, because he can't talk.
Nexoria cuts the silence.
All right. Okay. I understand. I messed up. All right. We're cool though. We're cool, right?
We're totally cool. It's fine. Sorry for like having to like do this to you. Definitely didn't want to like mess up your night. It's just, yeah, it's just sorry. It's really sorry about this. Didn't want to rough you up. Also, she's gonna cast Cure Wounds on him.
All right. Roll for that. By the way, he has shapeshift back into his just normal firbolg form.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so he gets 10 hit points.
Okay. Thank you. So you guys just want like some of the TDST?
Yeah, just some of it. Just some of it.
How?
You can have the rest.
I have like in total like 4 grams of it. Like,
oh, if you can get me like half of that, you're fine.
Okay, deal. I don't want to have a good night. You guys want to have a good night, I guess. Like, whatever. Whatever. I'd rather live than die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally.
All
Sorry,
right. Okay.
sorry about all that. Just sorry.
Silas hands him back his short sword and
Yeah.
just goes like, I'm sorry. It just don't do that again.
All right. And he just puts it right back in his little sheath and stuff like that. And all right. And he like is like very meticulous. Like it's almost like he is so peculiar about making sure he still gets to keep 2 grams. It's, all right. Okay. There. You're good. Can I go? Can I leave? Can I go?
Yes. You can leave. You
Okay.
can go.
If Detective Paprika says you can leave, that's fine with me.
I am done with today. And
Okay.
he scurries on off.
Well, technically it's tomorrow, but you know.
Still done with today.
Okay.
We
got the
you guys
drug!
you guys have some
got the
drugs.
drug.
What
What
are
does
you
the
guys
drug
gonna do
look
now?
like? What does it look like?
This is like part of it where, if I'm honest, just for like the purpose of anyone in real life that might struggle with it, I'm going to try to just like keep it fairly vague because I don't want to make it feel like, oh, he's describing this real life drug, because I'm not very familiar with it, with the drug scene. So I'm going to just try to keep it very vague and just be like, it's like a purpley form of gack.
Oh.
I'm just going to go with that because I know that we made fun of gack before, and it's just going to be purple. And because I don't think there's any drug in the real world that's like that.
Fair.
enough.
Yeah. I mean, not really. Yeah.
Velix, the
you
computer, just checked on that.
I mean, you can make edibles like into gummies. So, but anyway, yeah, basically.
Whatever. I'm doing the best I can. Well,
No, like that's basically what it works.
It's so he just gave us like 2 grams of slime.
2 grams of gack, guys. We could be millionaires.
It's gack.
Guys, we're gonna be gack maniacs.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys gonna do other than raving in the streets about how you have drugs for all to hear?
We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to the room, and Paprika's gonna go analyze it.
We're gonna go back to get the gack. We're gonna go back with the gack.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. Let's
figure out a plan of attack on this drug.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's get him. Let's figure out. I mean, okay, let's hold on. Let's not get too excited. We don't want to have a gack attack.
Oh no! Right in the gack.
Right in the gack.
You gack me there.
Anyway, yeah, we make it. We go back with the gack.
All right, you guys get back with the gack. The drug substance thing. What are you guys doing with it?
Pap wanted to analyze it.
Yeah, yeah, she's gonna analyze it. Basically, like what it's like chemically, what it's chemically made out of. See if like she can figure out like sort of where it comes from. Maybe see if she can sort of like bioengineer some sort of like understanding of how it affects the body, and figure out if maybe she can figure out how to help figure out how the addiction works, and figure out how to help people get off of the stuff. Basically, in that sense, she's like,
all right.
Yeah.
Can you first give me an insight check to kind of dictate like your preliminary research, and then we'll go into with a few other
on the
checks
gack, an insight on the gack?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be like a perception or investigation check?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I meant investigation. I'm very sorry. Investigation.
Okay, cool.
Thank you for catching that.
19.
Oh, okay. Yeah, with that information, I'm going to tell you that I need from you both a medicine check, but also an arcana check then to give you the info you need.
Okay. Oh, I did okay. The arcana check, I got a... what would that be? That'd be a 17. Medicine check, dirty 20.
Okay, yeah, so you understand basically everything you could without being like the person that like you understand what you can as an outsider from the whole drug situation.
Mm-hmm.
So you can understand there's a magical aura about this. It is a pretty strong magical aura about it. There seems to be definitely to be able to create this. It is not something that's just done in a lab somewhere. It also involves a little bit of magical influence to be able to make it happen. But when it comes to
labs have magic.
well, I'm just making it very clear because you got to remember this is normally like this part of the world is low magic. So
Oh, I get it.
but
Okay.
it's magically influenced when it comes to the chemical compounds and stuff like that. You get a good idea of the addiction that it causes. It's simply due to a substance within it that basically is the equivalent of our world of nicotine. Like it just gets into your system and makes you have cravings and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
It is a euphoric drug that basically causes like happiness and joy and stuff like that. But when going through withdrawals, which is on like quickly onset withdrawals, is something that's like people that are on this need it fairly regularly to not feel the withdrawal symptoms. Is able to cause irritability, anger, frustration. But while on it, it's able to cause euphoric states and other things of that nature. It's a quick like pick me up kind of drug that's able to be easily taken. Is there anything else you're kind of looking for in this? I might be forgetting some details.
Like what are like the like? Do I know what it's made out of other than it's magical? Like there's like a magical element to it.
No, I'm not, for the sake of my own self, I'm not going to get into actual talking about chemicals, but I'd say, yeah, because there's both the physical property of it and the magical property of it.
Uh-huh.
The physical property of it, you probably like, you can basically, you understand, like when someone looks at a glass of water, they don't think hydrogen and oxygen, but they understand like, oh, it's water. As a scientist, though, you'd understand, oh, yeah, it's hydrogen oxygen. You're getting to that level of it. You don't have it fully under wraps, but like there's a few things in there like, oh, wow, that must be a little bit of nitrate and stuff like that in there. And that's clearly has a carbon base and there's XYZ stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to magic, it's just imbued with it's the equivalent. It feels like a blank magic. You know how with the mage stones in this world where it's just like some of them are just blank magic, like how it. And it's just like they're magical. They have the ability to like be used as a conduit for magic, but there's no like, oh yeah, I'm gonna throw this gack on the ground and it does like levitate. Like there's nothing in it that like a specific magic class or anything. It's just very magic imbued.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah. So that's the details about the drugs. I'm going to say that probably took you a decent amount of the night.
Oh, definitely. She is going to conk out afterwards.
And I'm going to say probably everyone conks out afterward.
Yeah.
And I'll say that, I mean, Peony is now hung over and probably just like struggling. What is it that you guys, though, want to do that next morning? Because you guys are faced with multiple issues. There's the issue with Kraven and his personal journal. There is the issue of if you're going to bring Dranger along with that. And there's also like the fact of like, there's this drug.
So, honestly, Silas
Breakfast?
would ask Dranger. Like Silas would ask Dranger that night, like, do you want me to say I didn't find you? Do you want to come with me and return the book? Like, what is your plan? Because I'm going to work with you.
I'm going to say when you guys probably got back from that, they were asleep. So let's just say this is happening over breakfast. So Paprika is okay.
Yeah.
Hell yes. Okay, beautiful. She's eating a giant Danish.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
And she's just like, I'm about to explode with joy because this Danish is.
All right then. Dranger probably looks at you, Silas, and while probably having a small Danish herself, kind of explain. Frankly, I'd prefer that maybe you, at the very least, don't bring me to him. Frankly, I'm really nervous knowing that it was like he was angry as he was going through that book. And he wants me to find, because we're both firbolgs, so like he knows that I can read the giant. He knows that I just like really dug into his personal life. He might not know how much, but he knows I got into his personal life.
So the story will corroborate is that I found the book somewhere and I'm just gonna return it, cut our losses.
That sounds like I just abandoned it somewhere, and I think that might be worse. Can it just be like, you found me, you asked for the book, I gave you the book, you told me to come with, I said no, and you respected me?
Okay. And he says, before we go, so even if this means Silus is a little late, he does have some parchment in his equipment, and he's going to write down only the parts in Undercommon.
Okay.
But he's going to write it in, like, he's going to, if you know the language, if you know more than one language, I assume you can translate one to the other, yeah?
Yeah, no, you guys are like fluent, so.
Okay, so he's able to write it in common for everyone to understand. Maybe a few of the words may not land perfectly, but like, you know.
Yeah, no, you're doing your best. You're making approximations, and a little bit like that's just how it is. And no, and I'll say that like knowing Silus, you just woke up early and did that.
Yeah, okay, that works.
So you guys want to go up to Kraven and return the book?
Yeah, I think that's right. What we want to do.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. He's gonna ask Nexoria and Paprika if they want to go with, but they don't need
Nexoria wants to sneak behind him. Nexoria wants to follow him without him knowing she's following him.
Without Silus knowing, or without Kraven finding you?
She'll tell Silus that she wants to follow him, but she's not gonna let Kraven know.
Okay.
Because she's gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay, then. Trying to remember off the top of my head, but I don't know if I can. Pass Without a Trace. That's the
Page 264, if you're looking in your book.
Yeah, no. That's just like you get a bonus to your stealth check, right?
I think so, yeah.
Mm-hmm. A plus 10.
Plus
I
10
know how
bonus.
spells work. I'm
Yeah,
a
no,
math
it's for
girl.
and you can affect others if you wanted to with that.
Yeah, but no one else wants to come.
Well, does Pap want to go with or no?
I mean, excuse me. I'll come. If they let me just stay in the library, because I'm not done with it yet.
All right. Do you want to get there sneaky as well, or do you not?
Will they let me just Danish in the library?
I'm gonna guess no.
Then yes.
All right. I'm gonna see you guys all go up. Can both Liv and Nex and Pap, can you each give me stealth checks plus 10 for your roll?
As 16.
Okay. So I got a 30.
I was hoping I was gonna get to hear a 30. So he sees you both very clearly. No, he doesn't notice either of you coming in, and just Silus shows up, and you walk up to the desk with
You
Kraven.
just hear
and
occasional just munching noises. She's eating her Danish.
I think it affects sound as well, so I don't think he hears you either. Ooh.
I want him to hear occasional.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm sorry.
He
sorry.
wants you to hear the little bit of the munching in the background.
And every once in a while going, Danish.
Silus just walks up and just goes, I'm here with a bit of an update on your book situation.
Oh, good. How's it going with that?
Well, you know how they say between two extremes is the perfect compromise?
Okay, or
I have life has given me the compromise, and I kind of have to accept it. I have your book.
Okay.
That's the good part.
Okay.
Bad news is I found the person who stole it, and I tried to talk to them. They felt uncomfortable coming here, but they wanted me to send their earnest apologies and that they wanted you to have the book back.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate. Have you gone through it?
No. Everything as soon as it was given to me, it went right. It was closed and it was not opened again since.
Give me a deception check.
Okay, I was kind of hoping if I RP. Do I still have that inspiration, by the by?
You
Just-
probably do. I don't think you've used it.
Okay,
This
cool. This might be the time if this botches.
Actually, a good day.
Yeah,
Being
that
stealthy.
was a 10, so I'm gonna use somebody's inspiration. and
Hang
that's
on, you
gonna
don't
be a
even know if you
19.
passed yet. Do you want to use it or
Fair.
not?
No, you have to use inspiration before the DM tells you if you passed or not.
That is
Yeah.
true, actually, because it is advantage the way we're doing it right now.
Right. I feel like a 10 is not gonna pass, and I feel like the consequences of lying are gonna be bad. So yeah, I'm willing to lose it. I held on to it how long? So
Forever.
yeah, so 19 on that deception. Yeah, no way. Didn't touch it whatsoever.
All right, so you passed the DC 10 check.
Great.
I
feel
tried
like
to.
that. I
Huh?
feel like that would not have been true if I didn't roll a 10.
It was going to be a DC 10 because I decided he trusts you. He
That's
trusts you to
fair.
go find it.
That's fair, but you know what?
But hey,
I
no,
don't know
you.
when the hell I was gonna use it anyway. So here we go.
Hey, no, I don't see a problem with it. But I appreciate that. So I know that you guys came here with Drost. I think you mentioned that the other day. Drost normally stays in town for a while before he heads off to wherever he goes. While you're here, Silus, could I ask for another favor, possibly? Just
Can I be honest with you? I'm gonna have to hear what the favor is before I make or break a decision.
no. Of course. I wouldn't expect you to say yes to this. No. You're fine. No.
Okay, I just would like to know what I could possibly be getting myself into before I get in.
Of course. No. You're just like myself. You run a library. You're a
Mhm.
smart man, but you have fresh eyes on the town. Tonight is a full moon. So first of all, I just want to make sure you guys know. On the full moon, in Hiris, a lot of people have lycanthropy. It's a large portion. And on a full moon, everyone transforms into their hybrid form and kind of loses their mind a little bit. So you have to be safe. If you would like to, I will offer you guys up. You can rent a room for me, for free for the night, if you guys would like to. Well, he doesn't say you guys. He just says if you would like to, and if Drost wants to come with or anyone else, they totally can. It's designed for any visitors that come into town that are staying during a full moon night. They're able to stay and be safe and be ensured that nothing's able to get to them. It sounds a little bad to say it like this, but we remodeled our prison to have the locks on the inside, not the outside. And we refurbished it and made it very nice, but no one can get in. You can only get out later. But
how do you get in to get in them?
Well, what he's basically saying is that it's unlocked. You can't lock the door behind you. You can only lock it from inside.
I see.
So you go in, you lock it. You can let people in, but and he continues to explain though, and the reason why I bring this up though is with that happening soon, if you guys would like, you're able to go up to, I keep saying you guys, but he's talking to you, Silus. I'm sorry that I keep messing up. But if you would like to, Silus, you're able to stay there and get a view on the town. It might be a little gruesome, if I'm honest, if I'm just being honest, because lycanthropy has kind of increased recently, and I'm not entirely sure why the numbers have been going up, and it's just becoming a huge problem because every full moon we're just running into more issues, and luckily no one's being I can't say no one. There has been a few deaths, but there's been a lot of injuries, more than normal, and you have fresh eyes, you're a smart guy, I'd really appreciate it if you would stay there where it's a good vantage point and be able to just see the town and give me your ideas in the morning as to anything you're seeing, anything strange that's happening, any theories you have. I just really would appreciate that. Because there's this.
Okay. I have a very. I'm not trying to abuse this very generous offer, but I just to be clear, this is something I'd like to run with my party before we make a final decision.
No, of course. And you can just come back to me, tell me what you think. And
great. Like I said, we're smart people. I don't want to make objective decisions for my friends. That feels wrong, you know?
Of course.
So I'll come back in a few hours once I get enough time to get a sharp answer and get you also a head count if we take it. If not, then I'll come and let you know anyway. You'll be seeing me at least once more before the day's end. So
perfect. Thank you so much. And by the way, no matter what you decide tomorrow, I'm asking a favor, but I already did promise you, if you got the book back to me, I do have some spares for you when you go. So make sure when you guys are leaving town, you stop by here and pick those up, okay?
Thank you very much.
No matter what, those are still yours if you want them.
I will take them with great care. So I'll be back in a few hours. Don't even worry about it. Everything will just want to clear it up with the whole group before I make a choice for them. That feels off.
Of course, I totally understand. Thank you.
I'll be back.
Paprika just finishes her Danish and just like hops in, or like walks in from like behind, from like under like or behind like a library aisle, and is just like,
"This is a nice library." Oh, hi, Silus.
Oh, hello, Paprika. I didn't notice that you'd wandered in here like this.
"Me neither." And she just like rubs the Danish off of her like her mouth, and she's just like,
Kraven, this is my friend Paprika. She's a bit of a wanderer, so I apologize for her just wandering in out of nowhere. I must have missed her.
It's a public library. I can't be offended, and thank you for complimenting it. I really do appreciate it. It's a bit of my pride and joy.
"I'm a scientist. At least I try to be. I'm also a bit of a gourmet. It's very nice to meet you, Mr. Kraven."
It's a pleasure to meet you too, as Paprika. Hello.
So, you two friends now?
I mean, I would
book boys or whatever you like to call yourselves.
Definitely book boys. I will give it that, I think.
If that makes you happy, then I am cool with it.
At the very least, we have books in common.
We do indeed. That is undeniable.
Our love for books and our gender.
Those two things are indeed the same. Yes, those are static elements across both of our personas. Paprika, friend Paprika. Kraven here was in the middle of asking us if we would be willing to spend the night in a special place this evening to watch the events of the full moon and take some notes. I know you're a scientific mind. I was wondering if that sounds like something that would pique your interest.
Kraven, like, at first hearing this was like a little confused as to what you were explaining. Then when you're like, scientific mind is perfect.
She sort of looks over and then she's just like,
That sure sounds very interesting. I don't mind it. How about asking the rest of the team, though?
I am in full agreement of that. I just wanted to make sure that our friend here knew that I was going to ask. But let's go back. We'll ask everybody involved, and we'll get you an answer in an hour or so. Does that sound amicable?
Yeah, no, and the library's open all day. If it takes longer, it takes longer. Take your time.
Thank you very much. All right, Paprika, let's go back. We have some things to discuss with our friends, and we have we have some time to prepare for whatever choice we make. So let's head out. Thank you very much again, and I will remember to come back for those books before we leave town. Thank you for your generosity. And
Not a problem,
understanding
thank
with
you.
everything, and your understanding with everything involving the book.
Hey, I know I've seen Dranja before. She's frequent in here. I'm sure that, I mean, I hope I didn't scare her off with this whole thing. I was just that journal's it's like a personal journal. So it's a bit embarrassing knowing that someone took it and probably read it. I hope she didn't read all of it. Just
I
my
get
life
the sense
story.
from what she told me, and I'm willing to perception on this. From what she told me, once she found out it was a personal journal, she was flustered and stopped. She was actually looking for a way to return it without raising your ire.
Yeah, roll deception on that real quick for me.
Because you
16.
did tell him that you hadn't spoken to her really much. Also, did I miss a part where we all agreed that he knew it was Dranja?
That was originally when he sent Silus out. Was it said this is the girl that took it?
Okay. Okay, good
Um,
then.
That was
Yeah,
a month
16.
ago.
16.
And yeah, no. So he believes you. He's very trusting of you. It was just that, like, the DC on that was 5, if I'm honest. That's what it was. So
Could I roll insight on this guy just to like see if I pick up anything on him? He sounds like he's being trustworthy, but you know.
yeah, okay. Yeah, roll insight, I guess.
19. Holy shit.
No, he genuinely trusts you, and he trusts your judgment on this. He trusts you as another librarian.
Doesn't seem like he has any malice about her.
He is like, because the beginning of the journal does start out with how he's like so upset and distraught that his wife passed away, and in this town, it's not very common knowledge of like that he was married or that his wife passed away.
Gotcha.
So he's hurt. He's really hurt, and like probably like there's probably part of him just as a human, air quote, that's like, if I see her, I'm gonna be ticked off at her because she did that, and I'm like hurt.
Right, but it's not
But-
like my plans have been foiled.
No, he probably doesn't have that.
Like, there's a difference between like, oh, this sucks and I'm upset, and like,
He's ticked off and like, well, I'm not gonna say like super ticked off, like, because he's able to still stay composed, but like under the surface, waters are a moving, but it's not like there's no tidal waves coming in. It's just like if you had an inner monologue of his head, it's just
gotcha. I just like, just wanted to make sure there was nothing malicious in that head
Yep.
of. All right, Silas just kind of nods, gives him a handshake, and walks off with Paprika, and gives like another little hand gesture for Nexoria to know, like, okay, we're good.
Yeah, Nexoria follows him out very stealthily.
As soon as they're out of the library, she's just sort of like, that book boy is hella sus.
Dude, I know, right? Like, it's so weird. I feel like I checked, like I tried to pick up what he was putting down, and I couldn't sense any, like, didn't pick up any supervillain vibes, Nothing like
No, that's not the sort of sus I'm talking about. It's more just like, I don't know, he's off-putting.
Right? No, exactly. Look, he's not Joden bad. He's not Joden.
No,
But
no.
I'm picking up vibes. We're not at Joden yet, though.
No, we're definitely not there yet.
No. But see, this begs the question. I feel like that bunker is either a really bad trap or a really nice gesture, and it's hard to say because he is ruthless.
I just think that it's either. I'm just saying, even if it is a really nice gesture, I don't think it's even gonna be like safe. Like, I think it's gonna fail or whatever. So I don't trust any of this.
I get you. All right,
That's
here's the
still
plan.
interesting.
Let's talk to Drost and Karn because they know a bit more about this place than we do. If they know about that bunker thing, if they know that that's a safe place, then I'll trust it a bit more. But if they're as sus as we are, I think we got our answer. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
I just think getting some local knowledge plan.
No, I get you.
But no, I'm right there with you, Paprika. Don't get me wrong. He turns to
City
Nexoria.
is,
Any input here, Nexoria? Like,
he seems nice, but almost too nice.
right? Oh my god! like
Nice, so nice that there's nothing under the niceness. It's just no one is that nice.
It's sort of hollow.
right.
Yeah,
I'm
like
getting
that.
no. I'm
Right.
right there with you. Oh my god! Thank you.
It's
You're putting it into words.
No. We're all on the same page here. No, yeah.
This
Nexoria still has passed without trace, right?
yeah, probably.
It's for like
Well,
30 minutes, so
It lasts an hour, yeah. So
Could I sneak back in there and sneak around, maybe in the restricted
See what's-
part?
see what's
give
good.
me
and
another stealth check if you want to
See
do
what-
this.
good in the
Would you adding? I'm assuming
That is
adding
a
the passive
30,
action.
sir.
That's a-
Nice.
30.
20 plus 10, 30.
Wait, so that's not even counting your normal stealth.
That's not even counting my normal stealth. Do you want me to also add my normal stealth? That's a
I do.
34.
We got a
30.
34 on the podcast, people. We got a 34.
That might be the best roll we've had this campaign.
The 30 was before that, so yeah.
I do also, by the way, somebody. I still have a potion. Could I doubt? Oh wait, no.
You guys slept last
I
night,
already
so you
got
had
it.
you had a long
Okay.
rest. Everyone's got everything back.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, so you get in. It's a long bookshelves, but it's not like full of a ton of material. There's no, like, as Dranja explained, there's no like research books like that's like specifically says anything like lab report from, or like, well, not lab, like findings of or discussion of or anything like that. There's some if I can remember this correctly, there is some things like, I have this written down somewhere for in case you guys did this, and I'm trying to find my sneaking notes on this.
Can I just say, like, while you're doing that, I think the scene that just happened of Nexoria and Silus all agreeing that Kraven was like really suspect. Was that like the most agreeable they've been with each other campaign?
Yeah.
Was that like one of the earliest signs of the three of them just like, oh my god, right?
Uh-huh. They're friends now.
Wow, it only took 3 arcs, guys.
Ooh. And Peony wasn't even here to become friends with us.
I feel well. Peony's
We're working
hungover. We're working on friendship with Peony. Peony's gonna get there. We have faith.
I drank with her. It's fine.
True, Paprika and Peony did get drinks. So we have that. We do have that.
Mm-hmm.
Could you give me a perception check, actually, Liv?
Alrighty. That's 14. It's enough for me to percept that there's a fly in my room.
And that's all you see. No. So yeah, it has more basic like personal journals, like just a couple of them. There is a space there for where the one that was stolen is supposed to go. There is actually like how do you really say? Probably in the back of a few of those books, like a few like loose leaf papers and stuff like that. It's a little cluttered around here. But there's actually in here a book on theories of magic, theories of the origin of magic. There's a few different books on those kind of topics. Mostly other than that, it's like it's fairly dusty back here and stuff like that. It's pretty clear that like he doesn't even allow like people that like clean the library to go through that aisle.
Since it's dusty, is there a way where I can see like maybe a spot where there's less dust, like a book that's maybe repeatedly been touched?
I mean,
where that
journal was, there's less dust. There's probably like a few random books throughout and stuff like that. probably one of the books on like because they're organized. Like its journals are here, like assorted like world history books are here, like history of Mirstone, specifically history of Hiris. Like there's a lot of history books, and then there's just like
History buff guy.
huh.
History buff guy.
Yeah, and there's just like a section of like the like theories of the origin of magic. And there's things from the fable of the lich that pulled down the weave to conspiracy theories and stuff like that. And like a couple of those books look like there's a little bit less dust there.
Can I look at the one about the lich?
As in like the classic fable, or
Is it? I just wanted to know if it's kind of similar to the one she would know, or if it's more similar to the goblins one.
it's more similar to the one from like Silverreach, where it's like the five kings managed to like beat the lich into the mountain and he's still there and alive.
Okay, cool. All right. So she doesn't see anything really suspicious, I guess. So she's gonna look around one more time and then I guess leave, unless she runs into Kraven, which should be awkward.
You can give me another perception check then if you would like, just as a very quick last glance.
All right. That's an 11.
Everything seems normal.
All right. I guess that's fine. She leaves the library.
And whether you have, I'll just let you leave. I'm not going to make you roll again. But
you're right. I might get another 34.
Do you want to like maybe catch them up on that, or do you guys want to just end the session?
I think Nexoria catches them up really quickly before, and then maybe the session ends.
All right, so can you catch them up really quick then?
So I was in the library, and there was a lot of books, and it was very dusty. It's obvious that he doesn't let the maid back there, which means he keeps it very private. A lot of the books
also means he doesn't read that many of them.
Exactly. The one that seems to have been taken out and put back the most is his journal, as well as a few books on the history and origins of magic and the fable of the lich in the mountain.
Well, that's strange, but especially because we know that substance has base magic in it. But I also don't know if that's enough to make a judgment call. You know? Like, a lot of people have the fable of the lich. The origin of magic is pretty sus, but, I mean, I studied the origin of magic. It's a rough call to make if we pursue him as a friend or foe right now. Unless you picked up anything, Nexoria, I could be wrong.
Yes. I mean, if he's thinking of the origin of magic, he could be a magic user.
It's possible. I mean, I am getting closer with him. Tell you what, I'll go in there and see if I can pick that one out of him. But I'm just gonna say that the reason I'm back so because we're excited about it, but I had some further questions that needed to be brought up about like where the location of the bunker is. You know, just kind of sweet talk my way into seeing if he does know magic. Because if he does, then we have a perfectly logical explanation.
Exactly.
Okay, I'll go do that. Thank you very much, Nexoria. You've been amazing, as usual.
All right, where are we headed?
I'm gonna go back in there and try and have a casual guy.
Oh, I know where you're going, but where are we going?
Maybe head back with Karn and all the others, fill them in. Because when I come back, we'll have either a logical. Unless you want to sneak back up with me, I mean, like I'm not opposed to that.
No. Okay, I'll do that. Let's just.
I'll be back in like half an hour. I'll not be
Next.
If I'm not back in like half an hour, call the cop.
Next,
Call the cops on the lord of the town.
Yeah. Call.
Next, let's just stream along a ding dong, please. Let's go.
All right. Do you want me to carry you? Are you tired?
Yeah.
All
you
right.
Guys, good luck, you guys. I'll see you in a little bit.
Goodbye, Silus.
He walks into the library.
Oh, hey, Silas, back. That was quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I had
Okay, before this continues, I have a quick question.
sure.
Yep.
Did we leave the library, have this conversation outside the library? Nexoria went back in the library. We came back out and had the conversation again outside the library, and now he's back in the library.
I
Basically.
imagine we were a little bit.
Like, you're not like outside the door, like leaning against the door. Like, you're probably out around the corner.
Okay.
Silas just kind of
You're
whistles
not hanging out
on.
in the window looking at Kraven.
Yeah, no. Like Silas walks in, just goes like, "Oh yeah, sorry. I just had a few questions, just to clarify some stuff because, before I would like to have as much information as possible. I'm new here, don't know everything. It's on
No,
me.
that's understandable. What's up?
Well, a few things. And so Silas first asks what makes this building safer than usual compared to other homes in Lycan situations? Like, are we talking better padlocks? Are we talking magic? Like, what are we talking about for security?
Oh, we have a combination of the two actually. So this was originally, like before I was even in charge here. It was just a standard prison, and it was just a high security prison. And the thing with a prison is it's not just good at keeping people in; it's good at keeping other people out. And after crime for a while had
Silas is actually
subsided.
taking notes to
Yeah.
both for him and also to make it give him the peace of mind that it's not in one ear and out the other.
And that's fine. He doesn't. You're a librarian. He doesn't give a rip.
Yeah.
And he continues to explain. It's like, so as crime started to go down, we recognized the possibility of it being renovated to be a spot for the increase of visitors we've been having. So we built a separate prison on the outskirts of town to be able to keep in our. I mean, every town has its problems, right? To be able to keep.
Of course. Oh
yeah,
totally.
so-
I feel you.
It's just it's just right outside the basically the heart of the town, and we renovated that to be a spot that any and all visitors can spend the night. We normally just charge a little bit per night just for upkeep and stuff like that, and we just rent out the rooms for people, and we try to make it clear what every place in town knows at noon today, that all the public shops and all the taverns and things like that let people know that they can stay at an inn if they want. All the inns do have a padlock and stuff like that, but some of them just have a wooden door, and that's not going to keep out your average werebear. But they also make sure they know about the bunker to be able to keep people safe.
Okay. Just curiosity, one intellectual to another. That magic. We're not in a place where magic is super common.
Oh, yeah.
Is that you? Like, I mean, I don't know
my.
magic. I don't know magic myself, but I think that'd be amazing if
We have an amazing blacksmith in town. Because of Drost, actually, the amazing guy that he is. This is probably going back. I want to guess maybe 25, 30 years now. You got to remember, they live forever. Not forever, but for a long time.
yeah.
And back then he came into, because actually it's interesting. He lives in the forest itself where magic is a lot more common. He came back with some magical ore and things like that that was highly impressionable. So we had a local blacksmith that's just amazing at what he does, form most of the bars out of this magic ore over time, and to thinly coat the bars that we already had, and to be able to kind of set up a little bit of a barrier with those to just make it so, because when it comes to were creatures, they are, when they're maddened, they're not going to be able to really, they're not using their magic then. They're not that much more intelligent than the animal that they're a lycanthrope of. But we recognize the risk of someone trying to capitalize on that. So we basically just have some barriers set up so that any magic that's tried to use to maybe try to break open the building itself that it'll be lessened. We can't get it nullified. We were trying, but it's lessened the damage. So if someone tries to use like a firebolt on the bars trying to melt them, they're a little bit tougher, but also they're just physically reinforced with that as well. So it's the best safety we can provide those that are visiting the town of Mirstone.
He nods and just goes, so just, I've read so many books about magic. I've always kind of dreamed,
They're fascinating, aren't they?
Indeed. I was just like, my old teacher actually was a very powerful mage himself. So
wow.
when I caught wind that like there might be some magic, I was I was a little. But
whose interest would not be piqued? I get it.
Do you share my curiosity here? What kind of, if you don't mind my asking, what kind of things are you skilled in? Just I've talked so much about myself. Also, by the way, I rolled 19 on insight. Like, how much of the barrier thing was legit? Like, all of it? Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
It helps lessen and nullify certain magics and reinforces the bars.
I doubted it was like a setup, considering how detailed it was. But there was this part of me that was like, what if I roll like a 19 and you're just like, nah, man, it's a major illusion.
No. It is. He's being fully legit.
Okay, but no, he does ask like, "What are you skilled in?" Yeah.
Oh no, I'm just a businessman growing up. Had a little bit of money, made a lot of investments, things like that. Maybe invested a little bit too much at one point, but you live, you learn. Had to go without for a little bit there, but financially sound kind of guy. And then I've gained a little bit of an interest in medicine, I guess you could say. There's a bit of a history with my family, and just I've always been kind of interested in medication and stuff like that, things along the lines of trying to heal like injuries, antibiotics. For a while when I was a kid, I think it was kind of foolish of me to think I could do it, but I was trying to figure out if there was the right herb that would help with lycanthropy or something foolish like that. But
I understand, yeah. I ask also because, in case I was staying with Drost last night,
Mm-hmm.
And Drost is an ear to the ground sort of fellow. He picks up.
Oh yeah.
Stuff. So he was just giving us the lowdown, told us about the lycanthropy, and he told us about something else too, a substance going around. He didn't tell us too much about it. But it wasn't the biggest of deals, but just like ear to the ground sort of fellow, picks up on that sort of thing.
Yeah, no, I know. It's he was probably talking about
Quick question.
Yeah.
Has he lied about anything?
I had a 19 in insight, so like
No, but like in the past, has he lied about literally anything we've ever asked him?
Basically, no. Everything we've ever picked up has 100% legit.
The closest thing to a lie is when he said like, "Oh, are you gonna like be like super angry at Dranja?" And he was like, "Oh no, it'll be fine." But he's like, he's hurt. He's not gonna be like.
He's not gonna kill her. He's just pissed.
Why is he so suspicious? But he's not lied to us ever.
He has not said a single lie.
And that's what makes him suspicious.
He's so confusing. Oh my god, I'm terrified of this man.
I've written down like just about every other word he says. I'm not joking. Anyway, he's just like, some substance. I don't know. Drost was kind of.
In all, only thing I can think of when you say that is the TDST, the drug substance thing.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Could you write it down, actually? Thank you.
V, are you asking if B actually has written this down?
No, but like, could you write down the letters for the drug?
Oh, the acronym?
TDST. Thank you.
Yeah, TDST, the drug substance thing. So Kraven continues on. It's like, oh yeah, no, so that every every town has its skeletons in the closet, I guess you could say, and ours is the fact that we've had a drug problem rising up lately. It used to be a lot more minor of a thing.
I understand. Yeah, no, I'm Kraven. I'm not gonna judge. Just I'm here on purely academic terms. Any information you could give me would be highly appreciated. But just
about the drug itself?
Yeah, there's no personal judgment going on here. I just want to know, just want to keep my friends safe,
It's a bit, it's drugs you'd think with medicine, but it's a little bit beyond what I think I could really understand. I have a few people in town trying to understand it more and figure it out. All we do know about it is that in the past, maybe I want to say it's now like 4 or 5 years now. It's grown a lot more potent, it seems. And so that's a problem because that's just increasing the addiction rate and how often people are using and the frequency of it. But we also know that nowadays, because we're doing what we can to find out about it. Another thing that's going on is on the streets, it's selling for about 25 gold a gram right now. So it's something
that's some pricey gack. But
so the biggest problem with this is the fact that most people don't make enough money to sustain their addiction. So how are they getting the money to sustain their addiction? And it's just we've figured out that rampant crime recently is at the heart of this, and we're just realizing that a lot of issues in the town of Mirstone is kind of centered on this drug right now. If you guys figure out anything about it, I'd appreciate hearing it. I didn't want to get you guys roped into something like that. I kind of was hoping you guys would just know about the lycanthropy and maybe you can focus on that instead, if I'm honest.
I understand fully. Silus then just decides to, you see for a split second, do I say this, He just goes like, there's one of the people I travel with I care about very deeply, and I just would hate it if anything happened, So I'm a little overprotective, I guess, but I just wanted to know. Also, I had a 13 on insight on that last spiel about that, especially this is beyond my knowledge.
He was like, to give you more info than I think you deserve on a 13.
That's fair. But hey, it's Friday the 13th.
Yeah, you rolled. Oh my goodness. He really doesn't.
Really has no clue. Gotcha.
No. I'm trying to think of how to be able to phrase this properly. He's doubtful of his ability to understand it, but he phrased it like he has no clue.
Okay.
So to give you an idea, he was trying to he was being humble. If he really put his nose to the grindstone, he might be able to understand it, but he's just assuming and saying I got no clue about this.
I gotcha. No, oh no actual fear that we've learned about it.
No, he's communicating to you that it's he's genuinely saying I'm not gonna take the time to figure out all this jazz. That's what that's what you get with a 13 is he's just unsure.
Silus kind of nods and just goes like I said, I have people I care about dearly, and I would hate if anything happened to them, so I just want to be in the loop,
I understand now. So biggest things you got to worry about is if you see anyone with the drug, there is always the chance that they're a lycanthrope. And if there's a chance they're a lycanthrope, there's a chance you can be infected with it as well. So you need to be very careful with that. And if you have anyone that you think would be experimental with something like that, definitely keep them away because they will probably not leave Mirstone because as far as I know, it's not far outside of here that has the drug.
If you get infected with with lycanthropy by a lycanthrope who is addicted, do you get lycanthropy but you also get addicted?
I'm going to go with no, just because the way the lycanthropy spreads is through breaking the skin and getting the saliva in, but the addiction is probably on a bloodstream level, so it's not like they're bleeding into you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's two different things. It's
It's
just
two
like,
different things. He's saying like, be careful of contacting lycanthropy, and be
Okay.
careful of getting addicted. Separate things.
Also,
Okay.
actually, question that I should have asked.
Yeah.
While Paprika was doing the studying thing, how do you use the gack? You eat it?
I'm gonna go with eat.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm
let's
gonna
not
also
just-
say it's one of those drugs that like you're able to do multiple ways.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Gotcha. Just
Silas
just
just kind
ingest it. Get it into you. Understand?
Yeah.
Silas just kind of nods and just goes, "Thank you, Kraven. I know I must seem so obnoxious with all these questions, especially
No. It's curious minds, right? Curious minds.
exactly."
And
And
I'll give
I
you
would've-
this as a freebie. When he says curious minds, he's kind of like, I've had anyone ask this many questions in so long.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really
No, hey, it's nice to be able to have someone talk to that's actually intelligent, and he does genuinely mean that one.
Wow.
Oh fuck! I like him now. We have a
No,
problem.
he's literally calling everybody else he's been talking to dumb.
No. Like he just goes like, not to say that my friends aren't intelligent, but it's nice. It's nice to have a.
He's basically saying he's grateful to have another inquisitive mind to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's saying, because a lot of people that are probably like come to town are like, I heard there's lycanthropy. What can I do? It's like, it's not even a full moon. Don't really worry about it. Don't do anything stupid. Don't get in a street fight or a bar fight, and you should be okay. Oh, okay.
He gets the same like 10 questions, so it's nice to hear something different for a change. sort of deal.
Exactly. It's like the equivalent of someone who teaches math in a high school, and it's the same questions every year, but then there's that one person that asks a unique question. They're like, oh,
Gotcha. Okay, no, I get that. So yeah,
because they're used to being asked like, how does multiplication work? But now someone's asking like, why is multiplication important? It's like, no one actually asks that kind of question. Yes, I believe that multiplication is taught only in high school.
It's fair, but
I'm an
still,
idiot.
no, I get you.
Yeah.
So kind of nods and just goes, it is very nice indeed. It reminds me of my old home, honestly. But thank you, Kraven.
That's a compliment if I've ever heard one, but not a problem.
If there's anything I can do to help out in any of those things, I'll let you know. But like I said, I just wanted as much information as possible because,
Of course.
the last thing we want
knowledge is
people we
power.
love to- exactly, and the last thing we'd ever want is people we love to get hurt.
He's like stammers a little bit. Exactly.
Have a good day. I'll be back in a few hours with the final decision.
You as
And
well.
he walks off. And yes, Silas absolutely pointed that last one out. Yeah. that was- That
Of
was
the loved ones?
That was 100% like a pointed jab. Yeah.
Like for him to notice or for him to not to?
He didn't want him to notice. He wanted it to just be like he just wanted to see how they'd react more than anything. Because
Alright.
like basically like if they seemed like really hurt or offended by that, he'd realize that was written a lot earlier than we had thought. You know, he wanted to know if that like undercommon writing was like last night. You know what I mean? Not last night, but like 2 weeks ago or like,
Okay.
2 years
No.
ago. You know?
Yep. So I'm gonna say Silas heads on back, gets into that little like rental unit, as I'm gonna refer to it, next to the tavern. Dranja, Karn, Drost is there, Pap and Nex are there. I'm gonna guess Peony's probably waking up and like stammering on in. But there's also in there two small, well, I say small, one of them is not as small, but rock gnomes. They introduce themselves quickly.
Are they
Both sitting in
taller
a
or
chair.
smaller than me?
Huh?
Are they taller or smaller than me?
One is smaller, Chris Ann, who is a nice gentleman. Hello there. And then
I already love him.
Hi.
hello. And then there's a taller rock gnome. Probably if your characters have ever seen a rock gnome before, this is the tallest rock gnome you've ever seen.
Is his
Named
name
Anem
Thamam?
going, huh?
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, no, taller than you. Probably not taller than anyone else in the party, but getting up there for a gnome. And
No,
just
I was just hoping his name was Thamam.
what? No.
Chrysanthemum. I get you.
Oh.
Chris
Yeah,
Ann.
no, that's what it's based off though. Chrysanthemum. Chrysann. And then this elderly woman just, hello, my name's Inem. It's nice to meet you.
Hello. I didn't see you come in. My name's Silus. Catch me up. I was having a conversation with Kraven, and I have some information from him, but I would like to be caught up on what's going on.
That'd be great. No, we got here while you guys were all out. Oh, well, we have a little bit of stuff to talk about too, so let's sit down and chat. And that'll have to wait for next time, guys.
Oh boy.
So
This was the session of all of us being suspicious of a guy who did nothing suspicious. And
No, he's so suspicious. He is so suspicious.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Founders of Reka. I do apologize that last week we had a surprise week off. Something came up in my personal life, so a little bit of bad news, and I just didn't really have the opportunity or time to be able to take care of the episode last week, so unfortunately that did not happen. But I hope you guys do enjoy. I just want to say, going forward, we're hoping to be able to continue to just have an episode a week. I don't think there should be any more surprises going forward, but I think everything should be fine. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in, and I'll see you guys here next time with Founders of Reka. A certain episode, I don't remember the number, but it's going to be in the misery of Mirstone.